Ah, there we go. Okay. I do believe that we are live. Um, gonna be a weird one today. Gonna be a very, very weird one today. Put some announcements out real quick. Pretty good. Pretty good. Making it work. Making it work. Um, bar live streams. There we go. So today there is a special event. The 60k Discord member celebration event, 4 versus 4. The last part might not be true, but they're eating up a whole bunch of server resources, making it very difficult to manage any of the other servers. So instead of fighting it, we're just gonna get in there and go with the flow, and have a spentabulous time. Yeah, we're just gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work, and we're gonna do what we gotta do. Let's join Legion. Oh, there we go. Yeah, joined Legion. Spectacular. Borrowing a government computer to join this game. That's pretty accurate. Yeah, it's a big event. They did one of these for the 50k event. I believe it was a 24-hour live stream. I was a part of it. It was a whole lot of fun. They're keeping it a little bit more low-key this time, but still having a big old lobby where they're going to be doing some ridiculous shenaniganery. Metal extraction is 5x. Crazy. You're crazy for that, man. And we're just gonna hang out. I mean, really, we're gonna sit here and watch this lobby happen. One by one. Hello there, randomness. Welcome to the live stream. Indubitably. Somebody messaged me and said I should do some sound bites. One of the things I was like, at one point I was interested in was doing the announcer, making an announcer pack for Beyond All Reason, but it turns out I'm not very good at that because all of them were like pretty annoying. They were all pretty annoying. I was like, man, I can't record I don't know how to record a voice line that doesn't become super weird to listen to after, 20 times it happens or something. But, maybe that's just, that effect of hearing your own voice over and over again where you're suddenly like, man, that sounds really weird. Yeah, I don't know. The enemy has built a radar. Atomic bomber spotted. Open the floodgates. T3 is on the way. Stuff like that. We are at limit, can't unlock, need specs to join. Get in here, you specs. You specs. I don't know what the problem is, actually. We have roughly 50, 60-ish players on each team. 56, 57, 58. I mean, honestly, with this many players, it is not gonna matter. It is not gonna matter at all. If you, yeah, if you, plus or minus one person on a team, you're not gonna get much. Not really. It's gonna be a weird one though, because this map, I mean, it's got a lot of metal extractors. It doesn't have the craziest amount of metal extractors though. Like, it's not absurd the amount of metal extractors there are. I do have a secret strategy though. I have a trick up my sleeve, you could say. We're just forcing people out of the spec list. You will play bar and you will like it. That is pretty hilarious. Pretty good. At the end of the day, it is the end of the day. I love seeing, I'm looking at the Discord right now, I love seeing the contributors list continue to grow. Grow and grow and grow. So good to see. At the end of the day, it's the end of the day. Is that my Discord? Oh no. What the heck? Ah, don't believe it. Don't believe it, it's not real. It's not real. I didn't have streamer mode on, my bad. My good bad. Brightworks 24-hour stream? You're not down. I don't know. That it takes a lot of stamina. I gotta prep a whole day. I gotta go buy snacks. I gotta get like a lot of Mountain Dew or some other like gamer juice just to keep me going, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, normal stream, you know, we tried for a couple of lobbies and every single time they crashed. We didn't even really get into the tweaks that I wanted to try. You know, I didn't plan properly. I didn't realize that there was a 60K event. I wasn't paying attention to the main Discord where they announced it. That one's on me. That one's on me for sure. I was not organized as I should have been, for sure. But, you know what? We roll with the punches around here. That's kind of our strat. That's kind of our vibe. So we're just gonna go with it. I recently 3D printed this thing called a 3D flexure joint. It's pretty cool. It's basically, it's like a pen mounted on a armature that stabilizes it across 3 axes. So you can move the pen around all over the place, like you can tilt it up and down all over. But you can't actually move the tip of the point away from where it sits in space. So the tip of the pen is perfectly stabilized locally. But you can move the rest of the body of the pin around in like 3D. It's very strange. Very, very strange. Boy, I sure am hope we play video games soon. One of those weird things about joining these big lobbies is you know, especially, I mean, for me especially, I'm very used to running these lobbies. Sitting back and watching them be run, it makes me very anxious. I'm sure anybody that's ever managed anything ever can relate, but yeah, it makes me very anxious to watch it happen, but you know what? We're in good hands. The bar devs are competent. They know what they are doing. Anybody ever whittle? Got any whittlers in the chat? Unit cap for each player. 32,000 divided by 180 people equals 177 units per person. True. I didn't double check your math, but that sounds correct. Go, 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 go. Everyone and on the roll. Can we get it? Can we go? Go, 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 go. How many players, Bliss? Looks like there is a whopping, let's see here actually. 61 on that team, 61 on that team, 58 on that team. So a little bit of rebalancing needed here, but looks like it's 6, 12, 18, 180 players total. Seems to be the number of the day, serving it up Bar's way. Because there's not... It's a bummer there's no way to divide 60 by 3. If there was a way to divide 60 by 3 evenly, that would be peak. Right? Then we could have 60 player games. That'd be crazy. I wish that was the case. I wish there was a way to do that, but not the case, unfortunately. Hey, hey BWG. You know, I used to abbreviate my name BWG, and then somebody pointed out that every time they read that, they read it as Big Women Gaming. And, you know, hey, I'm not here to shut that down. I am absolutely here, though, to say that I found that pretty funny. Big Women Gaming. You know what they say, after all. Big money, big women, big fun. That's what I'm talking about. I am gonna love the live stream. Yeah, as soon as it starts, it's gonna be awesome. Just waiting on it. Just waiting on it. Oh boy. Yeah, a lot of bodies to move around all over the place here. One of them there management things. MMORPG lobby sim, I like that. Oh! Patak has ordered the force start. The lobby shall begin the processing. Good heavens, I think we might play a game. I don't know how long we're going to keep this up. I don't know how long this stream is even going for. But I guarantee you, we're going to be doing as much as we can. For as many as we can. One way or another. Hello, just got in. What's going on? Chaos. Oh, we got put on Cortex. Womp, 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 womp. Alright, you guys want to see my pro gamer move? My pro gamer move is to go for these outer islands right here. That's the whole game. So metal extraction, if I believe I saw this correctly, metal extraction I believe is 5x. I'm gonna spawn on this. Wait, that's not glitters. War. War never changes. I did get another. I found a cool. Oh, we don't have custom widgets enabled. I found a cool widget that allowed for It basically made mines smart, so they would only detonate on the correct class of unit. So heavy mines would only hit medium and heavy units, and medium mines would only hit medium units, and light mines would only hit light units and medium units. I think that's how it's played out. But it was cool because it was like, you know, it let everybody like you could sort of pick and choose where you wanted to go to. It's 2 a.m. in Vietnam, doesn't care. Oh, wow. Hailing all the way from Vietnam, huh? Very nice. I'm early. Said True Story Jr. Or JR. I don't know. Maybe it's like Jackie Robinson or something like that. I don't know. True Story Jackie Robinson. Something quite like that. One missing, please. I'm not, like, thrilled about being Cortex so far. How'd that person place? The hell? What the helly? What the helly, Andre? Let me in! Let me in! Are we seriously doing one-by-one placing? Oh, no. Oh, brother, this guy stinks! Oh man, where are we on the list? Do we get a good spot at the very least? Are we just not done loading? Is that way?
Starting location.
It says please choose. Let me in. Let me in. How even am I supposed to know where I am on this list? There I am. Darwishi blows. Oh, have I been placed for my... Wait, what? Am I... Is somebody else placing for me? Oh, is it just turbo lag? Oh, it might just be... Whoa. It might just be supreme turbo lag. I'm gonna spawn on the cute little island over here. Cute little island. Eventually. I think I'm gonna move over. Eventually. Please. Please. Come on. Yeah, this seems normal. This seems appropriate. We're doing it! We're doing it! Hold on, I'm gonna disappear and go back in just a second. Because I clicked over here and then I clicked back. That's like, what, a 2-minute delay? Oh my goodness. Yep, I clicked over here and then I clicked back. Come on. Put me back. Yay! We did it! We got on the island. Click, 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 click. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, it's bad. How's it going? Boom, 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 boom. We have claimed our miniature island. Can you build air lab? Oh, you know what? Oh, okay, I can. Phew. Didn't even check about that, but you know. It's gonna be a squeeze. It's definitely gonna be a squeeze. It looks like we can put a mechs about there, and then put an air lab right about there. Look at that, like a glove, like a glove. Ladies and gentlemen, don't ever question me. Don't ever even think I could be wrong. It's so easy. It's so easy, ladies and gentlemen. Why didn't you think of that? Phew. This is the start of the event for me. I haven't really been here for too long. I've mostly just been trying to place my commander, frankly. There's about a 2-minute delay between placing your commander and it moving. Honestly, not very playable. Like, if that's the lag we're gonna be dealing with today, not very playable. We might just resign to let the server do its thing for a while. Maybe we'll do like a makeup stream tomorrow or something. We're gonna see. If it ends up being bad, ends up being unplayable, then, you know, not a lot we can do. But we're trying. We're trying. T2 Banishers and Quakers, you're not thinking with the scale of a team that has 5x the economy at their disposal and starts with 60,000 metal. We should be going for a Calamity first. We need to use 50 heavy transports to pick up a Calamity and drop it in the middle. Basically, we just want to hold it in free space right here, and then start firing away at the other factions. That is the ideal play. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and fly around and grab metal extractors along the coast. We'll see how that goes. That's what I'm going to try and do. We'll ready up, because, you know, it's going to make a big difference here. I don't know why the force start hasn't happened. We really ought to just... Oh my god, look at that list. Yep. Just do it. Just do it. He's already dead. Isbad said, "Hi, Maib." I think the spirit of Arrakis overtook him for just a second. The Lisan Maib. Voice from the outer stars. Oh god, one of these games. Yeah, you know, I'm feeling the same way. This is gonna get real strange. Really, really strange, yeah. Isbad, I think you have mod perms because I told them to give you those. I think there was like a stream or something and I was like, hey, you know who's a really reliable and consistent moderator? Isbad. I was like, you know who's done better work for me than literally anybody else? It's been Isbad. And I think they pretty much were like, okay, and then they gave you mod permission so that I feel like it might have been the 50k event. It was one of the events. It was an event where they needed a bunch of extra moderators for like different time zones, and I was like, I think I put your name on a list. Yeah. Sorry, that's not what you want. I'll go tell them that they can't trust you and they need to remove you immediately. Get him out of here quickly! Air controlling min-maxes will be important as far as I know. I mean, we have kind of a great spot because, well, you know what, I guess they could technically spawn on these islands. There's 60 of them. There's no way one of them doesn't spawn on this island, right? They only have, like, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe, mexes at their disposal? Could someone spawn there? Ooh. Ooh, is somebody crazy enough to spawn right there? It's a good question. I would do it. If I were them, I would do it. I've kind of got Gigagoon in front of me here, so I'm not entirely sure what I should be doing. I don't think there's room for a lab on this platform. I'm gonna go ahead and say no, there isn't. So Gigagoon is kind of Giga-screwed. First kill Legion. We're making, like, political threats now. Let the allegiances commence. We could random it. Yeah, I think that's exactly it. J Valor. J Valor. It's gonna be a rescue operation sort of a situation. Yeah, did they abandon us? Why are we waiting? Look at all these tic-tac-toe games. Have you ever heard of Super Tic-Tac-Toe? It's pretty cool. Here, I'll draw a board. So basically, you have a tic-tac-toe board, and then inside each of these tic-tac-toe boards, you have... Get out of here. You have another tic-tac-toe... You have another tic-tac-toe board. Where... Okay, this is impossible. You have a tic-tac-toe board. I'll make it really small. And then inside each of these tic-tac-toe boards, you have another tic-tac-toe board. And the way it works is when you play inside of the tiny tic-tac-toe board. So say you play, like, an X right here. Wow, you can't really draw very well on this. It's like an Etch-a-Sketch. You play inside of there, right? So I played on the top right-hand corner, means my opponent has to play on the top right-hand corner. And so on and so forth. And then whoever wins a game, one of the tiny games, they win that board. And that's 1 point on the board. And then you try and get 3 in a row like that. Game starting in 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. Man, I've got a burger on the way. I was really hoping to play a match before it arrived, but you know what? Don't think it's gonna be an issue. May the Force start with you. 5-dimensional tic-tac-toe with time travel. You guys want to watch a 5D chess with multiverse time travel stream? I got decently good at that game. I played that game for a little while, and it actually is super fun. Ridiculous, like, just the, like, crazy bamboozle maneuvers you can pull off in that game are hilarious. My favorite was a third parallel dimensional checkmate with 3 queens. So basically, you have to checkmate them up, left, up, down, left, right, and forward and reverse. Like you have to do it in you have to checkmate them normally like on a 2D board, but then you also have to checkmate them back in time. So the easiest way to do that is with the queen, and you use it on a diagonal so that your queen can travel diagonal across dimensions. I don't know how to draw this, but basically if you imagine you have like one dimension. Wait, what's going on? Why can't I? Oh, I'm holding the wrong button. I can't draw for some reason. Oh, there we go. If you had multiple dimensions. Oh, was I off the board? That might have been why. Hold on. So each of these is a chessboard, and the way it works is this chessboard, we'll call this present. P-R-E-S. And then this one is 1 back from presence. This is press -1. So this is obviously like you understand that this is the current state of the board, and then this is 1 back from the current state of the board, right? So you make a move, it becomes the present, and that board is saved as what happened in the past. But this goes from the very start of the game, so these boards go on forever for as long as you started the game. So the way it works is, say you have, you know, your king is over here, and then you have a rook or something. We'll do the rook as a square, guarding this lane. Hard to draw dashes, it wants me to type in chat. And then, I don't know, maybe you have, like, a queen. That's a really badly drawn crown. Anyway, you have a queen guarding this lane, right? So maybe she's guarding the diagonal and like this. And then, you know, so this king can only go backwards 1 step onto this spot. So what you do is, you make it so that you have another queen. You basically set it up so that this king has to move back here. And then you build it so that you're, in your next move, you can send one of your either your pieces, like a rook or a queen or something, back in time. So this all gets wiped away, right? Because it becomes press -1, present -1. You try and send a piece back from the new state. So you would have to send it like basically a queen can move diagonal across dimensions. So it means you could basically move your queen down to here, and then send her back in time through this board to this position to checkmate the king right on this square. So you can send stuff back in time, but what happens is this creates a parallel dimension. So this parallel dimension is where the queen is now resting and putting in checkmate this king. So then you have 2 games going on at the same time. So you have this one where the king is not actually in any danger because the queen is well, so this is actually a checkmate scenario because the queen would be harassing this king, right? So the king would be in the corner of this game where the queen can actually hit it, but then also the queen can also hit this square over here as well. So you put that pressure on, and so this is a checkmate because you've pinned it across multiple different dimensions, which means that even if the king moves out of the way in this reality, like the king can still go back like this, and that's perfectly fine, and you know, it like avoids being pinned. It's still vulnerable to the dimensional strike because it can go across here into a parallel dimension where the queen still checkmates the king and kills it over here. Does that make sense? It's really, really fun. And the queen is the easiest one, right? Because it can move diagonal backwards in time, and it can move diagonal across dimensions, and then it can move sideways, like, you know, normally in the game, right? So it can also move. It basically, if you can either move left to right, or you can move you can either move diagonally in 2D, or you can move diagonally backwards in time. So, like if you have a board right here, oh, I'm running out of space right now. If you have a board right here, and then the queen is like on one corner of it, right? You can either move diagonally in 2D space, or you can, if there's, you know, parallel, or not parallel, this is a time travel. You can move backwards through time into another board that is, say, like 4 or 5 boards back, and then the queen will have moved diagonally, but backwards in time, right? So the queen might end up like somewhere like here. She's in, you know, but in time. So because you move backwards in time, it sets the board back to this spot and then creates a new parallel dimension. Does that make sense? So then you start playing 2 different games. You play one from the past right here. So then there's 2 different games going on. You play one game from the past, and then you continue playing this game in the present, where the queen never went, you know, never went anywhere, except the queen is no longer on this board because she went back in time to join this board. So on this board that's back in the past, there are now 2 queens on the board. So you can still have, so like, you know, say it's still your starting position queen, but then now you've sent your queen back and you have another queen on the board. So it's like Terminator, like right now you have extra troops on the board. So now you have 2 different queens, and you can do funky things like that too, where you like send a queen back, and then if you send it to the right position, right, you know, maybe there's a king right here or something, and so it pins it, because you now have 2 queens on the board. And there's no, you know, no lane for it to move out of. You can do some really fun stuff like that. Thanks, RJ Menhog, for the $2. My chess knowledge has become so much floor meat. Yeah, you're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. I hope, you know, I hope your floor meat chess knowledge guides you through chess with 3D chess with universe time travel, multiverse time travel. I don't think this game is ever starting, so I figured I'd give you guys a complicated breakdown. Yeah, this game isn't complicated enough for you, so you invent time travel chess. Well, I didn't invent it, but I'm so glad somebody did, because, yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's definitely very, very cool. Some folks are telling me that, we're having trouble starting the game. Attack appears to be in the lobby. I don't know what's going on. I don't really know what's going on. This explanation is quite good. Got it. Perfect. Okay. I've done my job then. It is fun. It's like, it's fun because when you first start playing, there's not like, there's so many ways to lose. There's a million more ways to lose in that game than there is to win. Like all of the checkmates in chess are like multiplied backwards and forwards, because you can do weird things across multiple dimensions, and then you can do weird things also by going backwards in time. Time and multiverse travel are not the same thing in that game. Is one of the tricky things. You can have two parallel universes, parallel dimensions. You only get parallel dimensions by going back in time, so they're not usually ever in the same game state. So usually one will be behind the other, like it'll be a different alternate pathway for units that moved in like a different organization, right? Like a different branch. Oh, nice. Thank you very much.
Battle ended.
Oh, game has ended. All right. Well, no more multiverse time travel theory, I guess. But because you have to spawn them from, you have to make parallel branches in the timeline. It means that you can essentially, like, one of the strategies is basically just to like Bouyega one dimension. Oh, nice, thanks. One of the strats is just to Bouyega one dimension and just abandon it. So you just take this. Say you're 45 moves into a game, and this match isn't looking so well. You send one of your units back in time so far back into the match, like 30 moves back into the match, that you essentially you stall this dimension, because you can't keep playing this dimension until the other timelines catch up to it. So what you can do is you can say, like, you have a rook or something, you can send it back in time 30 moves back and then effectively stall out. Like, say you're losing this but you have one rook left, you just send it back in time 30 matches and then, or 30 rounds, and then you start another parallel dimension. And then you just play that one. And, you know, if you can beat him in 30 moves, then you can win the game even though you lost this dimensional war. That's the other thing, though, is you can go across dimensions, too. So, once two dimensions catch up to each other, they can interact. So you can basically send, I can't remember exactly how it works, it's been a minute, but you can basically send troops between the two dimensions to try and pin other units. And I think it's only certain ones. Like, I think any of the troops that have 2 dimensions of movement, so like rooks, queens, bishops, I believe the king can too. Any of those that have two dimensions of movement now have 3 dimensions of movement, so they can go across dimensions or back in time. I don't believe pawns can, but you can do weird things where, like, say you move a pawn, change it out for a king or a queen or something, suddenly that queen is, like, way more dangerous because they can go back in time at the enemy's starting point, right? Because you have to upgrade a pawn to a whatever unit to promote a pawn. You have to get it to the enemy backline. So if you do that, suddenly, if you send that whatever you upgraded to, like presumably you promote it to a queen, suddenly you have a queen in the enemy backline 30 moves ago. And you can just go back immediately. How about each piece you capture becomes your active piece? I kind of like that idea. Have you ever played a 4-player game that starts as a free-for-all, but if you kill all the other players, or kill another player, you take all their pieces? I have actually played like that. I was in a chess club in high school, like many moons ago. Still friends with all my buddies from that club, but one of the things we would do is every week we would do like a different themed match. So one of my favorites was basically what we would do is we would take the board, right? And the idea is you would start with everything normal. Both people made their moves, and then the board would rotate 90 degrees. So one quarter rotation to one side. And then you play the game, but as if all your units are facing in this new direction. So you start off with, like, say all your pawns are in a line, right, facing towards the enemy. You rotate 90 degrees, and suddenly all your pawns can only move upwards, right? Like, from the starting perspective, they can only move upwards. So you get into this, like, this weird match where the units that can only move in certain directions, which is basically just pawns, but they can move in, like, really weird ways. So now your pawns are, like, moving all over the place. You can kind of shuffle them across different lines. We had to, like, make up some new rules for, like, can a pawn jump 2 spaces from its starting point upwards rather than going outwards, and we were like, yeah, it seems like, why not? A lot of, like, really fun, weird stuff like that, but that was one of my favorite game modes. This lobby is seeming stable, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it. If it works, it works. Seems like that worked. Alright. We'll keep going. We will keep on keeping on. We've been streaming for, what, an hour now? No bar? As exciting as that 60K event seems like it will be, doesn't seem like it was working very well. Man, these fries are good. What was the other thing? Oh, yeah. So we're going to try... It's called TechSplit. It's it's basically a balance change proposal that a couple of the wonderful devs that I know of have been working on. Neb is one of them, one of the profound ones. May know from Bar Fight Night and others. Basically, what TechSplit does is it makes it so that it nerfs Sheldons. That's what it does. That's what sold me. That's what sold me. It nerfs Sheldons pretty bad, which I'm always thrilled about. There's a bunch of other changes, though. It makes a bunch of T1 units super viable. It makes T2 units a little bit less powerful. In general. Whataburger fries dipped in white country gravy is top-notch. Oh, that does sound good. I'll be honest, I wasn't impressed super hard by Whataburger's burgers, but their fries are spectacular. I'm a spoiled American, though. Like, I have a lot of burger experience. Let's just take a step back here and put it like that, all right? I'm spoiled with the privilege to get to enjoy In-N-Out. And it's funny because I feel like a lot of people, a lot of non-Californians, they come to California and they're like, oh, I gotta try In-N-Out. Like, everybody says it's the best burger ever, like, uncomparable, right? Like, just the best thing on this earth. And they have an In-N-Out burger and they're disappointed. And, I mean, partly I feel like that's our fault for, like, overhyping the thing. But the reality of it is, In-N-Out is not the best burger ever because it's, like, you know, over the top or whatever. In-N-Out is the best burger ever because it's consistently fantastic. Like, they get the burger cooked right. The toppings are super simple. For the longest time, they were pretty cheap, too. Like, it was a good value deal. Prices have gone up a little bit, you know, just like everywhere, but... So that, you know, side of it has kind of trailed off a little bit, but... I still stand by that In-N-Out is, like, one of the most consistently good burger chains across, like, you know, everywhere I've ever been. Like, just all over the place, In-N-Out has always been, like, a super, super consistently great burger. Like, it's consistently better than average, which in my mind makes something fantastic. Let's do it. No, Bad Penny 83. Oh. I tried. I tried to do it quick. Good heavens, we might play some bar today. What's this? A game of Beyond All Reason? I like making my own cheeseburgers with fried egg, bacon, and beef. Pretty hard to beat. No, I'll give you that. A homemade burger. So me personally, I really like the very, very thin smash burgers. That's kind of like the style that I prefer. But it is pretty tough to beat a homemade, handcrafted, especially if you make it like really from scratch, like you grind your own beef and everything, and you can get just the right blend that you like. I like about a 10% fat. 5 to 10% fat is kind of the range that I like. Usually because I like to have a double, I'll do 5% fat, and then I'll just do 2 patties instead. But I like to smash them really, really thin, like really super thin. So thin that you don't have to flip it. That's how thin I like my burgers, is you put it on there and you smash the hell out of it with a big-ass cast iron smasher, and then you let it sit there and you don't flip it. You just use the heat of the cast iron bouncing off of the heat of the grill, the blacktop. I want to do some air. Actually, I kind of don't want to do some air. Too bad. Already picked air. Anyways, you get these really wonderful burgers by doing it that way, and so they get very crispy on the edges, and you put a little cheese between the two patties to stick them together. Some grilled onion on there too. It's hard to beat, man. It is really hard to beat. Space is not enabled right now. We're testing out these T1 tweaks because, well, I was sold on them. From what I was told by Robert and Neb, this should be really, really good. They DC or... From what I understand about the tweaks, was that guy, that was an actual leave, wasn't it? God damn it. Scared. Alright, back to the lobby.
Battle ended.
Sorry, trying to finish up these fries. They're so good. The tweaks are... Basically, here's the concept of the tweaks. The idea here is to make T1 compete a little bit more with T2. It's trying to smooth out that curve between T1 and T2, where it becomes downright impossible to stop any of the T2 stuff with T1 units. I think everybody's probably played a game where they've gone up against a Tsar. You hear the thunk, poof on the front line, and all your units disappear. This is aimed at adjusting that slightly to make it a little bit more reliable to fight T2 with T1. That's the idea. That's the whole premise of the thing. The actual long list of changes is quite extensive, so I don't really know all of them exactly. But that's the vision we're going for. So what I need from all of you is to tell me whether you feel like that's been achieved this game or not. That's kind of the crux of it, is like, does it feel like when you get smacked by that initial T2 transition on Supreme Isthmus, does it feel like you have the opportunity to kind of fight back a little bit better, or do you still feel like you've been obliterated? And I absolutely agree, Slim Booter. Sauteed mushroom and onion with Swiss cheese is a good combo as well. Absolutely. How's the gaming today? Not much. We haven't done much. We basically sat in a lobby for 30 minutes talking about 3D chess and multiverse time travel, and now we're sitting in a lobby waiting for Noob Slayer and Humbleguard to ready up. I'm gonna give them a ping, and then I'm gonna start indiscriminately force spectating because, oh, I just rang him after he readied up. That's pretty funny. Pretty funny. Alright, sorry, Humble. Sorry, Humble Bumble. Night 6. Give it a second. Give it a second. Alright, for start. Yeah, they're eager. These boys want to play. You know who does a good sandwich too, though? Credit similar to the power of In-N-Out's consistency is it's gotta be Chick-fil-A. Yeah. Chick-fil-A, another one of those spots that just is very consistent. Their sandwich is literally just chicken, couple pickles, 2, I believe, per sandwich every time, and a bun, and that's it. Like, it is as simple does get. And you know what? It works out fantastically. I always said it. I'll take consistently good food over inconsistently great or awful food anytime. Absolutely anytime. I'm not willing to risk it. I really am not. Especially with how expensive fast food is, or, you know, any kind of food is nowadays. Like, I'm not going out and wasting $60 on a meal just to find out that I rolled bad this time, and now it's the evil ending. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the evil burger. You know what I mean? I don't want that. I want the consistent hero burger.
Battle started.
Dang, these boys are in a rush today. What, you guys want to play Beyond All Reason for something? Sheesh. Acting like they haven't got to play in a while. Go for one of these. Go for one of these. Two of these, actually. Why not? After all, why shouldn't we? That'll just keep us nice and safe against overflow for a little while. And we'll use our commander to build some more wind turbines. Wind turbines are the goat on this map. Absolutely goat-throated. We need a lot of energy for these planes, so we're going to go ahead and build a whole bunch of these wind turbines over here.
Low power.
So don't tell anybody, but we do have a little bit of extra build power here today. We do have quite a lot of power production, actually. Just a couple wind turbines is really all you need in this map. You really can do a lot with it. Nice. Build this guy. Build a LLT right here and right here. We'll build an anti-air defense. Why not? After all, why shouldn't we? Our air scout has gone swimmingly. Let's curve around this way. Looks like they have... Who is that? Dos Volt, otherwise known as Jamakis in the high seas. So that's nice. And...
Aircraft
we've
detected.
got the ground commander in air. Okay, so we've got a lot of work to do then. We have got a lot of work to do.
An allied commander self-destructed.
Just set this guy for Pete. Oh, Retweet's moving out in the water. Uh-oh. Something is happening. I'm gonna assume this guy means a light trance. Yeah, for T2s. Set up some anti-air defenses, do all that good stuff.
You've received new units.
These guys out. Those guys over there. Nope. There. Alrighty, that should work. Building a bunch of fighters. There we go.
Enemy commander destroyed.
Well,
An allied commander has died. You've received new units.
I have received additional pylons. I got a random construction bot here. I don't know what that's from. Oh, maybe my teammate just gave that to me. That might be it. Just a goodwill construction bot. Not mad about that. We did some good damage. We took out a bunch of wind turbines here for Tan. We blew up the E-converters there, and those might have chain reacted into that T2 lab. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we can get a scout plane on that to see. That'd be kind of nice. That's a ton of metal down the drain, if true. Just have that guy go take a look real quick. And stop producing. Here with him. Yep. Dragging circles too quickly. Bomber. Whoa. What the hell? What the heli?
T2 unit detected.
Oh, he ate me. Oh, he captured it. He captured the agitator. Oh, he got it. That's huge. Look at him firing at the commander right there. That's so funny. What a play. Here's retweet, though. We did ping this guy ages ago. So that's, you know, that shouldn't be a surprise. Anybody? Going once. These guys not firing at those. What the heck is going on? Got ourselves a little trade going on here. Actually, I feel like Kirill could probably survive this. More fighters out of the way.
An allied commander has died. Enemy commander destroyed.
I'll rebuild you. Hand that off to Noob Slayer. Set him up for success there and then hand it off. Build some more E-converters. That should be enough. Do we not have extra units on? Oh.
An allied commander self-destructed. Enemy commander destroyed.
The T3 lab produces spy bots? What the heck? These are some very strange changes. Okay, huh. There's no APHIS either, I'm realizing. That is interesting. This guy produces advanced sword panels. Weird. Very, very odd. Okay. Slayer does know about the commander back there. Just making sure that we're all well aware that there's a commander back there. We lost all our fighters to anti-air. That sucks. Let's go ahead and send these across, and we'll keep them just over these bases here. We'll just linger them around in this area. That way they can defend if need be. It's probably about good. Might want another fusion, I guess. It doesn't seem like we have any other alternatives. Unless I'm missing something. Oh, the experimental gantry is only 4,800 metal. Okay. I'm definitely missing something here. There's something very interesting going on. I don't exactly understand, but something is happening. Advanced aircraft plant is the seaplanes. Okay. I mean, alright. Sure. Let's go ahead and go for it. I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but yeah. This guy produces a T2 produces a gauntlet? Wait, can this guy produce a gauntlet? Oh yeah, okay. Huh. Only 800 metal, so cost is reduced. Overwatch, as I understand it. Wow, yeah, that's a huge range on the Overwatch. So the HLTs are actually meant as, like, HLTs. This is a proper T2 constructor, so that works. Alright. This guy makes a regular T1 E-converter. Very interesting. That's a cool noise. Regular GO or AGO? It's a regular GO. Base of the Pink Commander has been ravaged. That's quite nice.
An allied commander has died.
Oh, wait, we can get proper T2 out of this. T3 planes, I guess. Okay, I see. Okay, experimental aircraft plant. Oh, wow. That's a chonker right there.
You're overflowing metal.
So what, this guy can build?
Low
Oh, I
power.
see. So this guy builds the Aphis and Titans and stuff. Oh. Oh, very, very interesting. Super strange. I love it. That's awesome.
An allied commander has died.
See if we can kill this base, I guess. Nope. Nope. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. So this
T3
guy...
unit is ready.
T3 unit. Okay. I see. I see. So we'll go for
You're
this
overflowing
then.
metal.
You're overflowing metal. Huh. Huh. That is pretty interesting. Yeah. Very, very interesting. Alternate dimension bar is so strange. It really, really is. What is that? Oh, they've got a Tyrannus out and running. Okay. Oh, my thing is working. I didn't realize this was up and running. Okay, good. It spawns on that left-hand side. That's one of those things that I hope will change eventually, but it's fine. Huh. So T3 makes the OP stuff. T2 does not. Do we have OP construction turrets? We do have OP construction turrets. No, wait. Oh, these are just regular construction turrets. Oh, I see. Oh, so T3 can just make regular construction turrets. Well, that's fantastic. Favorite change I've seen so far. Alright. Huge emphasis on these T1 E converters, it seems. Let's see, what can we go for? Maybe like a bunch of roughnecks, I guess. Can just overflow to the team, I suppose. Go for 2 of these. $600 energy and a 10.3 metal per second. Yeah, okay. So, basically a regular T2E converter, just you have to get it from T3. It's interesting. How much is this again? 4,000 metal? That's what I really need. There's a couple of these. Very, very interesting.
T3 unit detected.
Alright. There you have it. Server absolutely completely dead. Go ahead and delete all of those. And we will start up another one of these, I guess. Line seems to be doing alright. So far, so good. It definitely smooths that transition. Like, it felt super natural to just go all the way up to T2, T3. But, yeah, also very odd, for sure.
Nuclear missile launch detected.
See if this guy catches it. Sure did. Oh wow. All right. He had the anti-nuke bot out though. Oh, it wasn't charged. Ah, where does that come from? It's the T3 gantry. No anti-nuke boat in T2. Oof. Is there a T3? Oh, no. I want to build 2 over here because I think they're going to nuke me next. So far, I feel like we're doing alright. We could do with a bit more T3, but, you know, who couldn't?
Nuclear missile launch detected.
Yep. Oh, nice. Phew! Was it in time? I think it absolutely was, yeah. Okay. What a hero. Oh, no, it wasn't! Oh, no! Oh, it totally fired. How much time does it need? It's ridiculous, dude. Had literally ages, had eons in order to fire the anti-nuke. Oh, that's ridiculous, dude. How? How does that thing not connect? Cannot believe that. Actually unbelievable. Turns out it takes 4.5 years for an anti-nuke missile to connect. What? Is that intentional or was that a bug? That's gotta be a bug, right? There's no way that was intentional. That was horrible. What on earth? Ugh, we are in the pits now. It must have been. I mean, I have to imagine that was super, super close or something, because otherwise... it felt like it had ages. I don't know. Ugh. Leaving a horrible taste in my mouth, because that felt... I mean, it felt like there was just eons for that to go off. What? That's the experimental vehicle plant?
Destroyed.
That's funny.
Nuclear launch detected.
Yeah, it was like it literally had all day to aim itself. It was like it could have course corrected the entire time. I think that anti-nuke is working against us. He's a spy. Taking this opportunity to enjoy a delectable burger.
Enemy commander destroyed. Nuclear missile silo detected.
Turtles lost their AA? That sucks. Team is overflowing a ridiculous amount of energy. Wind turbines are not supposed to... I'm converting 4,000 energy a second. The wind turbines here are producing 400, so clearly... got a lot of energy coming in, but I don't know exactly where from.
Missile launch detected.
We catch it? Nope. Oh, we did. Okay, weird. That one looked like it wasn't going to catch it. Okay, very strange. Very, very odd.
You're overflowing metal.
Slayer is DC'd. We've overrun them, but we also don't really have air. This is really odd. Yeah, I know, I'm still thinking about that, like... Yeah, somehow it did turn around and miss completely. I've got literally no idea. I have 35 energy production, I'm converting 6,000 energy. Where's this energy coming from? I don't understand. That's only 1,000. Do we have like... I mean, I guess we just got a bunch of fusion farmers. Experimental shipyard. It's good. It's good. You know what? I like it a lot. I think it's good.
You've received new units.
Okay. Should put this down here. I got my own built-in base now, so we're good. It was just very, very odd. So what can this guy produce? Most of the T3, and then also a Titan. Which is kind of cool. Like, I can imagine you go do that on the front line, right? And then suddenly you've got, like, a... You know, a frontline Titan construction or whatever. And I can see... Excuse me, I can see some cool uses out of that. What else can we build? Anything else? Experimental aircraft plant. So there's now T3 Air, which is basically T2, but kind of makes sense, right? Like, seaplanes have always been kind of weirdly in between. You know, it makes a lot of sense. Like, it really does, actually. We've got regular aircraft. You can tech switch, too. That's interesting. So you can go into bots or vehicles or Navy with the T3. Yeah, So you don't have to worry about it as much. You can do either. Yeah, I like that. I mean, it makes it a lot easier, right? Like, you don't have to tack all the way back down and then up again.
Nuclear missile launch detected.
For sure, less awkward. I'm still converting twice my energy production. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh. I wanted to make it, like, almost exactly the right size, but... Womp womp. Wow, this lab is so large, you really do need, like, a huge amount of build power around it. You have to, like, surround the thing in build power in order for it to work. Let's go back into it, though. I don't think there's anything, like, crazy in the air lab. It's just, it is what normally is the T2 labs.
Detected.
Or T2 planes, but now in a T3 format. Let's go for a bunch of extra build power over here. Feeling it's going to be quite useful. Centralize it. It's not even close to spending all the metal. That's a bunch of bombers. I smell a whole bunch of bombers. Sacrifice our E-converters. T3 con is super hard for the fighters to kill. Well, that's kind of cool. No, no. Okay, we're safe. Safe! Our buddy in the sea took a heavy hit, but frankly is still going to be just fine. So, we're alright. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Let's go for a bunch of these. Whole bunch of those.
Nuclear missile launch detected.
Nuclear missile launch detected. Shoot these things down. Those epic Tyrannus. That down.
Nuclear missile launch detected.
Build another array of these. Using our T2 is super convenient. Love that. Much in the way of anti-air defenses, so we're gonna go ahead and get ours prepped here. VF, there we go. Move these to the back of the queue. This guy's looking good. We just need a whole bunch more E-converters. It really is all she takes. Fighters moving out over there. Don't know what they're moving in on it exactly, but I can imagine. We're preparing for war. What the heck? So, let's start making a couple of these just in case. I don't know exactly what we're looking at here, but it concerns me. What the? What are we? Okay. Of all the things, it really wasn't the one I was expecting. Alright. That was odd. 4 billion constructors it is. Nope. Send those guys in. Fighters will bait the enemy fighters out of position, so we can go ahead and kill this guy. Should be a decent-sized hit to the red commander there. Go for another lab over here. And as much build power around it as we can. And there we are. Let's go ahead and... yeah, we need fighters. Our teammates have included a lot of anti-air, which is very nice. It's on land, so they all stay in the air. Go ahead and head out.
Nuclear missile launch detected.
The fighters go this way. As we open some of this up, it's all right. I don't know what they're doing over here, but it is a little bit worrying. Just a little bit worrying. Well, those are turned on, so that's nice. That's a huge hit. See a bunch of labs or a bunch of E-converters turned on like that. It means that something is happening in there. Something you definitely want to be aware of. We've arrived at a wonderful late game, though. Again, no idea what they've gotten there. Could really be anything. Bunch of hovercraft. Bombers might not be the right sauce for this. No, you know what? Strategic precision nuclear strike for the win every single time. Really hoping my teammates have some units. Some anti-air units, I think, specifically. Finish this, I just need those fighters shot down. Oh, looks like it doesn't even matter. Yep, doesn't even matter. They were killed on their own anyway. Naval cons are free? What? Wait, is that true? That's, very interesting. Didn't know that was the case. It's a very weird one. Yeah, that's I didn't know they were free.
Enemy commander destroyed. An allied commander has died.
See, why aren't my fighters like
Warning,
grouping onto these guys?
Your team is down to its last commander.
Our team is? Oh yeah. Wow, these are actually 0 metal, 0 energy. You're not wrong.
attack ship detected.
That's weird. I really don't know why that would be the case. Why are that makes sense why there was a bajillion of them.
Enemy commander destroyed. Battle ended.
I'm gonna guess that was not intentional. I'm going to go out on a limb. Gonna go out on a big limb and say that that was not intentional to have Seacons be to cost 0, to cost nothing. I have no idea why that would be the case. But man, it is rough to keep going with the servers the way that they are. I can't even log in. Oh my gosh. Brutal. Yeah, interesting for sure. Very interesting for sure. Well, it seems like bar is broken. Have to restart it? Alright, let's give it a try. We'll give it one try. I don't know. He announced he was getting him back online now. Alright, well, I might resign for the day then. Maybe we'll do a makeup stream tomorrow, just since today's was so lackluster. I know we only really got to play one game, and that was kind of a bizarre one. But I do want to check out these tweaks. I think they might need a little bit of a touch-up just to make sure that everything is, you know, not costing 0. Creative Call to Arms, Spooktober Edition. Well, that's cute. Look at that. The Hound perched on the little cliffside. I love that. Yeah. Yeah. I got some stuff I gotta go do anyway, so I guess it works out. But man, I was yeah. If they're gonna do an event like this, it sucks that it breaks everything. Looks like servers are coming back online, but yeah, I'm already committed to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thanks for tuning in for this bizarro stream. We're gonna pick the, oh, and they go again. Yeah, we're gonna pick this up at another time. We'll take a look at these tweaks after they've had a little bit of a time to refine themselves. Seems like whoever tested them is not a Navy enjoyer, at least. But they were cool. They were definitely cool. There's some promise to them. I'm very excited to see how it overturns things. The change from T2 to T3, it messes with your mind a little bit, but it also kind of makes sense. Like, I can see how it works, so we'll have another look at this later on. But thanks a ton for tuning in, everybody. I sure hope you enjoyed this very bizarre stream of Beyond All Reason. One match of Beyond All Reason and 90 minutes of podcasting. But, yeah, I guess that's where we'll leave it. Have a good one, everybody, and we'll see probably tomorrow. Stay tuned in the Discord. That's where you'll have an official announcement if we do anything tomorrow to make up for it. Or otherwise, feel free to enjoy the 50K event, which I have to imagine they will continue the stream for very shortly here. Peace out, everybody.